Hi, I'm Mike Barrett from acethesat.com, also from testingiseasy.com. And in this video, you're going to learn why the College Board hates me and why you are absolutely going to love me. Unless you're from the College Board, in which case, disregard that last part. You're only going to hate me even more. So what I want to do is show you how to beat the SAT essay. Now, all you have to do to find out how to beat the SAT essay is stick your email address in the little box right over there on this screen, and we'll immediately send you the links so that you can see a series of videos that I put together on how to beat the SAT essay. Now, you may be asking yourself why I decided to show people how to beat the SAT essay for nothing, really. And there's a really good reason. See, not too long ago, the College Board decided to kind of call me out by name somewhat publicly. At least I think they did. Well, you be the judge. So on this book, this is the College Board's current version of the official SAT study guide, also known as the Blue Book, rather affectionately. So anyway, this is the latest version of the Blue Book. And on the back cover of this book, the College Board has given us a list of what they call myths and realities. And I'm using air quotes like this because the myths are not actually false statements and the realities are not like actually real realities. They're sort of like, I guess, parallel universe realities. So one of these myths is the idea that it's possible to use, quote, tips and tricks to ace the SAT. Air quotes everywhere here, just all over the place. So anyway, they say that it's impossible to use tips and tricks to ace the SAT. Now, you may have noticed when you arrived at this webpage that the name of this webpage is acethesat.com, right? I've had this domain name for, I don't know, 7 or 8 years or something like that. And back when I first started, teaching people how to do the SAT, and back when I first got this website together, nobody really used the phrase acethesat.com. Well, since I've been doing this and I've gotten, some positive feedback, let's say, on my methods, you've started to see acethesat.com or acethesat kind of around in different places where it wasn't really used before. I mean, people always talked about like acing a test, but the exact phrase ace the SAT, that wasn't ever really bandied about. And then, over the summer, I happened to be looking at this Blue Book, and I noticed on the back of it here, I will show you exactly where. Right, okay, on the back of it, they specifically refer, like I mentioned, to my website. Here, I'll see it again. I'll tell you what, I'll put a picture of it on the thing so you can see. It's not really working. Anyway, whatever. Trust me, or if you happen to have a copy of this, and if you're getting ready for the SAT, you should have a copy of this book. Just flip right there and look. So it kind of frosted my cookies a little bit that the College Board decided to say that acing the SAT via tips and tricks is not really possible. It actually is quite possible. In fact, I teach people to do it all the time. So to show you how possible it is, this is why I've decided to go ahead and make the essay advice completely free. Now, when you look at the essay videos that I've put together, it's just 2 relatively quick videos on how to do the essay. You're going to notice a couple of very important things. First of all, the proper way to approach the SAT essay, completely different from the proper way to approach like a school essay. And this goes for the entire SAT, by the way. Also, I hope you'll realize if we can break the SAT essay down and start to realize kind of what components we need to include, what things we should leave out, why the College Board has to do whatever it is that it's doing, I think when you see that way of thinking applied to the SAT essay, you're going to realize it would actually be even easier to apply that way of thinking to a huge multiple choice test like the SAT. So that is enough out of me. If I were you, I would not let the College Board tell me which websites to look at and which ones not to. Especially because I think, if you think about it, it's not really in the College Board's interest that you do too well on the SAT. You know what I mean? They kind of need people not to do so hot. So if you think that you should listen to them about which sites to look at for SAT advice, then probably you don't want to put your email in there. But if, on the other hand, you would like to find out exactly what it is that the College Board seems to be so afraid of, then there you go. And I will see you on the inside with some really, really good essay advice and some other advice as well. Oh, I also put together, by the way, some other videos addressing the other so-called myths on the back of this book, because there's 3 myths, 2 apart from the one that I mentioned, and the other 2 are equally bad. In fact, maybe even worse, maybe even more damaging to your SAT performance if you foolishly buy into what the College Board says. So please take a look at all of that stuff. It's very nice to meet you, and I think you're really going to enjoy what you learn. I'll talk to you soon.